God says the message that is reaching you right now is not an accident, not a coincidence, and not something your mind simply imagined. There is a stirring that has been happening within you for days, maybe even weeks, a quiet knowing that you couldn't explain, a weight in your spirit that kept returning again and again. You tried to ignore it at first. You tried to brush it aside, convince yourself that you were overthinking, that you were assuming too much, that maybe you were reading too deeply into the situation. But no matter how many times you attempted to silence that inner voice, something kept whispering, something kept nudging, something kept pulling at your heart. And today, that whisper is no longer a whisper. It is becoming a message. It is becoming clarity. It is becoming truth. There is a reason you have been feeling this way. There is a reason your heart has been unsettled. There is a reason you have been sensing something hidden behind the surface, something you could not see but could deeply feel. God has been trying to reach you, trying to prepare you, trying to show you what your spirit already knew before your mind could understand. And now the moment has come. The moment where everything begins to unfold. The moment where the truth that has been tugging at your heart becomes visible, undeniable, unmistakable. You are not imagining what you have felt. You are not mistaken about the shifts you sensed. You are not wrong for questioning the behavior, the silence, the distance, the inconsistency, the mixed signals, the unexplained energy. You are not wrong for noticing the patterns others overlooked. You are not wrong for feeling the emotional cracks beneath the polished words. You are not wrong for seeing the hesitations in the spaces where there should have been certainty. You are not wrong for sensing the tremors of something hidden inside his heart. You have been feeling the truth because the truth has been trying to reveal itself to you. There is something he carries, something he has buried deep, something he tried to hide even from himself. He has been guarded, closed off, afraid to let you see what he truly feels. He has been masking emotions behind a calm face, hiding fears behind distance, covering longing with excuses. He has been trying to control his own heart, trying to silence what it wants, trying to hold back what is overflowing inside him. And because he has been struggling with his truth, you have been struggling to understand what your intuition has been trying to show you. But today, God is stepping in. Today, God is lifting the veil. Today, God is exposing what he has kept locked inside, not to hurt you, not to confuse you, not to disappoint you, but to free you. To bring clarity where there has been fog. To bring peace where there has been tension. To bring understanding where there has been silence. There is more going on in his heart than he has ever expressed. More emotion than he has ever spoken out loud. More fear than he has admitted. More affection than he has revealed. More conflict than he has shown. He has been torn between what he feels and what he fears. Between what his heart wants and what his mind tries to control. Between moving toward you and running from the intensity of what he feels for you. And because of that internal battle, he has given you mixed messages, enough to pull you closer, but never enough to make you feel secure, enough to keep you hoping, but never enough to give you clarity. You have been feeling the tension of that conflict. You have been sensing the truth beneath his silence. You have been picking up the emotions he thinks he hides well. You have been catching the energy behind his words, the hesitation behind his answers, the longing behind the moments he suddenly withdraws. You have felt his presence even in his distance. You have felt his attachment even when he tried to act detached. You have felt his heart even when he tried to protect it from you. The truth is, he feels more than he has admitted. The truth is, he cares more than he has shown. The truth is, his heart has been speaking through actions he didn't even realize you noticed. The truth is, he has been fighting emotions that are becoming too strong to hide. God is exposing this not to create confusion but to remove it. You have felt the truth because God has been preparing you for it. You have sensed the shift because God has been working behind the scenes. You have experienced the emotional pull because something inside him has been waking up, stirring, rising to the surface. He has reached the point where he can no longer keep pretending that he doesn't feel what he feels. The truth inside his heart has become too loud to silence, too heavy to hide, too real to bury. God is revealing this to you because you deserve to know. You deserve clarity. You deserve honesty. You deserve emotional truth, not emotional guessing. You deserve consistency, not confusion. You deserve a heart that shows itself, not a heart that hides in shadows. And God will no longer allow you to doubt what he is making visible. There is something he is about to confess, something he is about to reveal, something he is about to admit, either through words, through actions, or through a moment he can no longer control. The truth he has been wrestling with is reaching the surface. The emotions he tried to restrain are pushing forward. The attachment he tried to downplay is becoming undeniable. You have been feeling this because God has been preparing you for the unveiling. You have been sensing this because the truth has already begun to rise. You have been carrying this weight because God is clearing the path for answers. And the truth is not meant to break you. It's meant to free you. He has feelings he cannot suppress anymore. He has emotions he cannot outrun. He has love he cannot disguise. But he also has fears he must confront, wounds he must acknowledge, and choices he must finally make. And God is about to bring all of this to light. Everything he has been trying to hide is reaching a breaking point. Everything he has been suppressing is rising from beneath the surface. The emotions he pushed down, the feelings he tried to silence, the truth he attempted to bury, none of it can stay concealed anymore. God is bringing it forward because the time for confusion has ended. The time for uncertainty is over. And the time for emotional truth has arrived. You have waited long enough. You have questioned long enough. You have carried the weight of silent answers long enough. Now, God is stepping in to expose what his heart has been afraid to reveal. He never intended for you to feel lost or unsure. He never meant to hurt you with his silence. He never wanted you to question your worth. But his fear has kept him from giving you the clarity you deserve. His past wounds created walls he didn't know how to lower. His insecurities made him withdraw at the very moments he should have come closer. His overthinking made him hesitate when his heart was ready to leap. And instead of showing you his truth, he chose to hide behind caution. But the mistake he made, thinking he could numb his own feelings, is now being undone by the hand of God. His heart has reached a place where hiding is no longer possible. His emotions have become too strong to ignore. His connection to you has become too deep to sever. And every time he tried to pull away, something inside him kept pulling him back. Something stronger than fear. Something more powerful than pride. Something he can no longer explain or deny. That something is the truth of his heart, and that truth is what God is exposing now. You sensed it because you are connected to him in a way he doesn't fully understand. You picked up on the shifts he thought he hid. You felt the tension he carried in silence. You noticed the way his energy changed before his actions ever did. You saw the softness in moments he tried to appear unreadable. You heard the emotion in his pauses, even when his words said nothing. You recognized the affection in the way he lingered, then pretended he didn't care. You felt the sincerity in the moments he accidentally let his guard down. You felt all of this because God allowed you to feel what your eyes couldn't yet see, and now God is confirming that your intuition was not wrong. The truth you have been sensing is real. The emotion you have been feeling from him is real. The pull you've experienced is real. The connection you could not explain is real. What you felt was not imagination, it was revelation. God allowed you to feel the truth before you could see it, so that when the exposure happens, you will not be shaken. You will not be confused. You will not be surprised. Because your spirit already knew. Your heart already recognized it. Your intuition already spoke it. He has reached the point where he cannot run from what he feels anymore. He has reached the point where he can no longer pretend indifference. He has reached the point where silence has become too heavy for him to carry. He has reached the point where pretending not to care hurts him more than admitting he does. There is a moment approaching, swiftly, unexpectedly, divinely orchestrated, where he will face his own truth. Where he will no longer be able to hide from God's conviction. Where he will no longer be able to disguise the depth of what he feels. Where he will be confronted with the reality that you are not just someone he met. You are someone whose presence changed him in ways he cannot explain. Someone whose absence affects him more than he admits. Someone whose connection to him is not accidental, not random, not replaceable. God is exposing this because you deserve emotional truth, not emotional confusion. You deserve clarity, not chaos. You deserve love that is honest, not love that hides behind fear, and the truth is this: he has love in his heart that he never planned to feel. He is standing at the edge of a breakthrough he never anticipated. For so long, he tried to hold himself together by keeping his feelings hidden, by acting neutral, by pretending nothing was changing inside him. He believed that controlling his emotions would protect him, that staying silent would prevent complications, that keeping his heart guarded would keep him safe. But what he didn't realize is that hiding his truth only created more confusion, more tension, more emotional distance, both for him and for you. And now God is showing him that the very thing he tried to suppress is the very thing that is meant to free him. He has reached a point where his spirit is restless, his heart is unsettled. His mind is divided. He cannot go back to pretending nothing is there, because too much has awakened within him. He cannot return to the version of himself who stayed detached, because the connection he feels with you has changed him from the inside out. Something in him recognizes you. Something in him feels safe with you, even when he tries to resist it. Something in him attaches to your presence, even when he is distant. Something in him desires your energy, even when he withdraws, and that inner truth, the one he fought so hard to ignore, is the one God is now bringing to the surface. He thought his silence would keep you from seeing what he truly felt. He thought distancing himself would help him regain control. He thought downplaying his emotions would make things easier. But every attempt he made to hide only made things more obvious, because the truth God plants cannot be erased by fear. The truth God writes into someone's heart cannot be overwritten by doubt. And the connection God ordains cannot be severed by confusion. That is why you felt it, even when he said nothing. That is why you sensed it, even when he tried to appear indifferent. That is why his energy revealed what his words refused to admit. That is why your spirit picked up on things your eyes could not see. God allowed your intuition to catch what his behavior tried to disguise. And now, all the emotional signals that once felt confusing are going to make sense. All the mixed messages are going to connect. All the tension you felt in your spirit is going to find meaning. Because God is aligning everything for the moment of revelation, he is being pushed, spiritually, emotionally, divinely, towards honesty. Not because he wants to be exposed, but because God is preparing him for a transformation he has avoided for too long. He cannot keep hiding who he is, what he feels, and what he fears. God is shifting him from a place of denial to a place of acknowledgement. From avoiding his emotions to confronting them. From suppressing his truth to revealing it, and this exposure will not only reveal what he feels for you, it will reveal what he feels about himself. He has been carrying insecurities he never shared. He has been holding on to fears he never voiced. He has been trying to convince himself that you deserve better, that you want more, that he can't give enough. He has been wrestling with the idea that he might not be the one you truly need, even when something inside him keeps telling him he cannot walk away from you. He has been living in that internal contradiction for too long. Wanting you, yet fearing he might fail you. Needing your presence, yet fearing vulnerability. Feeling drawn to you, yet fearing the intensity of the connection. Loving the closeness, yet fearing the loss. Reaching out, yet pulling back. Coming near, then backing away. His heart moving in one direction while his fears pushed him in another. God is exposing this because the season of emotional limbo is ending, and you will see it, not through subtle hints, not through confusing signals, not through half-hearted gestures, but through undeniable change. Through actions that reveal what he once hid. Through words that hold truth, not hesitation. Through emotional openness that replaces emotional distance, there is a moment coming where he will no longer be able to keep hiding behind caution. Something will trigger the shift. Something will push him into honesty. Something will bring him to the point where staying silent hurts more than speaking the truth. And when that moment arrives, you will finally understand why God made you wait. Why God let your spirit feel what your mind could not yet explain. Why God allowed the tension, the confusion, the emotional pull, because the truth is deeper than you imagined. His heart is not just touched by you, it is changed by you. His emotions are not just stirred by you, they are anchored in you. His connection with you is not temporary, it is spiritual, and God is about to reveal just how real this truth is. Everything you sensed is becoming visible, everything you felt is being confirmed. Everything hidden is coming to light. What God is preparing you for is not another cycle of confusion, not another season of second-guessing yourself, and not another chapter where you carry the weight of someone else's silence. What is coming is a moment of clarity so powerful that it will shift your entire understanding of everything you've been feeling. It will confirm why your heart couldn't let go, why your intuition kept speaking, why your spirit felt unsettled, and why you couldn't fully walk away even when part of you wanted to. God is aligning truth with timing, and when truth and timing meet, revelation becomes unavoidable. He is stepping into a moment where his own heart will become louder than his fears. For so long, he tried to ignore the intensity of what he felt because he wasn't ready to face it. He wasn't ready to be vulnerable. He wasn't ready to be honest. He wasn't ready to let someone see him fully. And so he held back, thinking he could control something that was already outgrowing his resistance. He had no idea that his feelings would grow this deeply. He had no idea the connection would become this strong. He had no idea that someone like you would leave a mark on him that he could not erase. But God knew, God saw, God planned, and now God is calling him into a moment of truth. The walls he built around his heart are being shaken. The fears that kept him frozen are being confronted. The wounds he hid behind are being healed. God is bringing him into emotional clarity, not so he can run, but so he can finally step forward. So he can finally acknowledge what he feels without shame. So he can finally speak without trembling. So he can finally face his own truth without hiding from it, and that truth includes you. He has been feeling your absence more deeply than he lets on. He has been thinking about you at moments he never expected. He has been replaying conversations, remembering things you said, feeling emotions he can't explain. Even in the moments when he seemed distant, detached, uninterested, his heart was louder than his actions. Your presence affects him even when he tries to act unaffected. Your energy reaches him even when he tries to disconnect. Your spirit draws him even when he tries to turn away. Every attempt he made to detach from you only pulled him closer internally. That is why God is exposing his heart now. Because the connection was never meant to remain hidden. The truth was never meant to stay buried. The emotions were never meant to remain unspoken. God is pushing everything into the open because clarity is necessary for the next chapter, whether that chapter is healing, alignment, commitment, or revelation. There is a shift coming, and you will feel it before you see it. His energy will change. His manner will soften. His words will carry more intention. His actions will reveal what he once concealed. He may finally message when he never did before. He may open up in ways he once avoided. He may express emotions he once felt ashamed to admit. He may confess what he has been holding inside for far too long, and when this happens, you will know it is God, not coincidence, not chance, not luck. Because truth does not break through at the wrong time. Truth arrives when God declares the season ready. The truth you have felt is about to be confirmed. The emotional pull you sensed is about to be validated. The heaviness in your spirit is about to be lifted. God is replacing uncertainty with clarity. God is replacing silence with revelation. God is replacing confusion with confirmation. But understand something important. The purpose of this exposure is not simply to reveal what he feels for you, it is to reveal what God wants for you. God is not giving you clarity to keep you stuck. God is giving you clarity to guide you into alignment. If he is meant for your journey, this revelation will lead to honesty, healing, and connection. If he is not, God is exposing his truth so you can step into a higher destiny without emotional fog. Either way, the exposure brings freedom. The truth you have been carrying is real. The intuition you felt was God speaking. The signs you noticed were not imagination. The emotional pull was not delusion. Your spirit recognized something that your eyes could not yet see. You are entering a season where everything hidden becomes visible, everything unclear becomes obvious, and everything confusing becomes divinely illuminated. You will no longer doubt your intuition. You will no longer question your discernment. You will no longer feel foolish for trusting what your spirit felt. God is about to validate every emotion, every question, every moment of silent knowing. The truth is coming, his heart is being exposed, and what you have been feeling, deep within, quietly, consistently, was the voice of God preparing you for this moment. The revelation will not break you. It will free you. It will strengthen you. It will align you, because the truth you've been feeling is real, and God is about to show you just how real.